Welcome to Business Class, a podcast for people wanting to upgrade their thinking, upgrade their learning, and upgrade their life. I'm your host, Eugenia Panderhos, founder of Business Class Collective, best-selling author, and life coach. If you're an entrepreneur, a startup, or someone who dreams of reaching their full potential, then you're in the right place. You'll feel empowered and inspired to design the life you've always wanted. Let's do this. Hello, gorgeous people. I hope you're well and wishing you a happy Monday. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. Spring is most definitely in the air in the southern hemisphere, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Today, I wanted to talk to you about how to get energized. So as you know, at Business Class Collective, I cover topics ranging from inspiration, mindset, virtues, processes and systems, and lifestyle. So I'm going to share something that you may not know about me. I'm a student of life and I have informally studied reflexology, health and nutrition. And by that I mean I've read many books on it. These are topics that I seek out and want to learn more about and to apply into my own life. So the interest in nutrition began when, as a tween, I experienced my first takeaway pizza. You know the ones that are called the lot? They have every small good you can think of, plus cheese, tomatoes, vegetables and herbs. Well, the backdrop to this story is that we have always enjoyed home-cooked meals when I was growing up, with many of the ingredients and herbs sourced from our family garden. Ours was a Mediterranean diet, and that meant we weren't big meat eaters. Instead, we enjoyed many vegetarian dishes, chicken, fish, dairy, nuts, seeds, honey, homemade conserves, pickles, jams and yogurt. But cured meats weren't part of our diet. So watching the Saturday night movie at home, we had our first pizza treat, a takeaway from the local pizzeria. After consuming a piece of the pizza, I felt so ill that I slept sitting up, propped up by 2 pillows. I didn't know what had happened to me, and it was only to me and not to anyone else in the family. Sometime later, we had another Saturday night pizza treat, and the same thing happened. It's then that I made the association with the cured meats not sitting well with me. So the next time we had a treat, I asked my parents if I could have a margarita pizza that consisted of cheese, tomato and basil. And yes, you guessed it, no reaction at all. Just in case this was a fluke, I tested the theory, and guess what? I was up all night after having eaten cured small goods once more. That's the moment I stopped eating cured meats. This ignited a lifelong journey into health and nutrition, and also the famous quote by Hippocrates of "Let your food be your medicine and medicine be your food." In my late teens, when I was working, there were times I'd go to a health food shop to buy my lunch. On one occasion, I purchased a book on reflexology. I still have that book and refer to it from time to time. It's my little Bible for health and well-being. I've used different pressure points on both myself and my children, and I can attest as they can that reflexology has been beneficial and helpful in our lives. As the years passed, I read extensively on health, well-being and nutrition. In this episode, I wanted to share some of what I've learned and what I exercise in my own wellness journey. The information shared in this podcast is an overview of what foods can help with executive function and well-being. But please note that this episode is by no way prescriptive, and it is recommended that you always seek professional medical advice. So let's start. Life can be joyous, fun, exciting and purposeful. And we can also experience distraction, anxiety, discomfort, low energy, confusion, brain fog, and overwhelm. Causes can be from happenings in the workplace, personal relationships, family responsibilities, or simply navigating everyday life. Running a business and meeting timelines and everyday demands can often have business owners and executives and their teams lacking in wellness. Long days, working late, eating on the run, fueling on coffee and other stimulants can wreak havoc on your well-being as well as your mindset. If you're not looking after yourself with a balanced diet, getting adequate restorative sleep, sunshine and exercise, you may feel that you're dragging your feet and not working or operating in your optimal zone. The question is, how do we take back some control and bring harmony and energy back into the equation? Well, firstly, it's to value your time and to prioritize who has access to you and for how long. Are the relationships that you're investing in bringing joy and contentment, or are you treading a precarious tightrope just to get by? Secondly, aside from weight, perhaps the other measure of wellness is your energy levels. Do you have a bounce in your step and manage to get through your day feeling lively and excited, or are you dragging your feet just to make it through to midday? Everything is more difficult if you're feeling tired, so it's time to examine your life and get back on top. When harmony is lacking from your life, you tend to rinse and repeat a cycle that interferes with the power to function, regenerate, and heal. It's like dipping into a bank account that eventually goes into the red. At first, your body will whisper a warning, then perhaps a few more in the hope that you hear the message loud and clear. But alas, for some, the whisper then becomes a roar, and that usually stops you in your tracks. Your body is demanding attention, and if you don't give it the right attention, it goes on strike. I've personally experienced this at a time where stress was building on a daily basis, and eventually I was stopped in my tracks. My body made sure of it. This is when I knew that it doesn't matter how much you worry, nothing good can come from it. We are our thoughts, our body keeps a score. I knew it was time for a reset. With the help of doctors and natural healers, I returned to myself with glowing health. So, if you're experiencing stress and worry, it's time to take stock and see where you can tweak your daily habits to bring vitality back into your life. One of the key things you can do is to ensure that you get adequate amounts of the B vitamins. Think of B vitamins as the building blocks of a healthy body. These vitamins have a direct impact on your energy levels, brain function, and cell metabolism. They help to prevent infections and support overall health, including the growth of red blood cells. B vitamins are essential in managing everyday stress, and because they cannot be stored in the body, they must be replenished daily, and this is where your diet may need some tweaking. B vitamins as such don't contain energy, however, they aid in the absorption of fats, proteins, and carbs. These are the macro, or what we consider to be the major or largest intake of foods in our diet. The best place to ensure that you get adequate B vitamins is from your food, as this assists with the maximum absorption. However, there may be times that supplements might be recommended by your general practitioner. It's up to you to check that out with your health professional. So let's look at some of the key B vitamins and where they can be sourced. Thiamine can be found in lentils, nuts, seeds, free-range eggs, and organic pork and tuna. Riboflavin is found in leafy green vegetables, tomatoes, almonds, and eggs. Niacin is found in meat, fish, chicken, and also in wheat, peanuts, and beans. And grains contain B vitamins. Think of spelt, oats, rye, and quinoa. A little side note here. When consuming grains, take into account any diet preferences or allergies and reactions that you may have to those and or to any other food sources. B12 is essential to make healthy blood cells, and it keeps the nervous system working properly. This vitamin is one of the most common vitamin B deficiencies, especially in those who follow a plant-based diet. Symptoms to look out for include tiredness, lethargy, breathlessness, headache, pale skin, heart palpitations, and inflammation in the mouth and tongue. B12 is a simple vitamin that you can take if you are a vegan, and make sure again that you talk to your health professional before you embark on that process. Folate is crucial for the development of DNA, and B12 and folate work together to make the red blood cells and to assist iron work better in the body, as well as for immune function and mood. So now let's look at proteins. For the meat eaters, chicken, beef, lamb and fish are complete proteins, and these supply the body with amino acids that help with building muscle and boost the immune system to fight colds, flus and other sicknesses. For vegetarians, the key sources of proteins are from nuts, seeds, eggs, quinoa, chickpeas, green vegetables, lentils and chia seeds. So food combinations and eating from a variety of foods is essential in maintaining your B vitamins, protein and amino acids. And this is especially the case for vegetarians and vegans. So for example, for vegans, stir-fried vegetables served with rice. When topped with a sprinkling of sesame seeds, the rice and seeds work together to provide valuable amino acids. And this is an example of food combining to make sure you're getting the most out of the nutritional value of your food. So consider including more nuts and nut butters in your diet. They are rich in vitamin A, E, phosphorus, potassium and fiber. Now that we've looked at some of the essential parts of a healthy and well-balanced diet, let's look at how to address stress. So you may have heard of breathing using your diaphragm or your belly. So how do you do this? Well, here are the instructions, so if you want to take note. You get comfortable, either sitting or lying down. Close your eyes. Place one hand on your chest and the other hand on your belly. Only the hand over your belly should be moving when you're breathing correctly. So inhale through your nose to the count of 4 seconds. Feel your tummy expand, not your chest. Hold for 2 seconds and then exhale very slowly through your mouth to the count of 6 seconds. Repeat for a couple more rounds. Secondly, rest to restore, and do this unapologetically. If your body needs a rest, make sure that you take it. I did this on the weekend. I was invited to a birthday party and I was dressed and ready to go. But I was fighting a feeling of lethargy. I tuned into my body and listened respectfully. I decided to take a lie down on the lounge, and then before I knew it, I had the longest nap. My body needed it and I listened. Interestingly enough, later that evening, I experienced the start of a cold, but because I rested, increased my fluid intake, took my vitamins and made myself a soup, the symptoms only lasted a couple of days and didn't turn into anything nasty. So this is why it's so important to tune into what our body's trying to tell us. Thirdly, determine what is urgent. Not everything requires your immediate attention. Be discerning in how you prioritize your workload and responsibilities. Next, assess the pressures in your life and make positive changes. What pressures are real or perceived? Where can you seek help? What can you outsource? Next, seek inspiration through books, music, art, or nature. They are so restorative. If you're experiencing mental health challenges, speak to a professional who can guide you through it. There's no shame in that. It's best to seek help when you can and get on top of any emotions or feelings that you're experiencing. And finally, protect your sleep and prioritize restorative sleep. Going to bed late and waking up early only to do more work isn't a solution to managing your day. Great quality sleep contributes astoundingly to your energy levels. Finally, look after your liver. The liver filtrates and detoxifies the body, and eating a balanced diet is essential for the health of your liver. Here are a few things that you can do to have a happy liver. Enjoy leafy green salads, fruits, vegetables and nuts. Drink warm water with lemon in the morning and keep hydrated throughout the day. Add beetroot, berries and bitter greens to your diet. Ensure you have adequate levels of B vitamins. Taking care of your health is a conscious decision and one that should be a priority each day. We all get off track at times, but having the awareness and listening to your body will keep you in good stead. Listen to the whispers before they become a roar, and take that from me. Until next time. You've been listening to Business Class presented by Eugenia Panterhos, founder of Business Class Collective. If you haven't yet, go to Apple Podcast, subscribe, rate and review this podcast. Share the love and let your family and friends know too. You can follow Business Class Collective on Instagram and Facebook. Join me next time.